Hello everyone, I am Nidhi Dubaya, Assistant Professor in EX Department SIRT. Today we are going to discuss the topic Behavior of AC Circuit across RC series circuit. This topic belongs to subject Basic Electrical and Electronics Engineering and its subject code is VT104 as per RGPCL. Now let's discuss the circuit diagram. First here we can see the alternating voltage source that is represented by V is equals to Vm sin omega t, and here R and C are connected in series as we can see here, where R is a pure resistance and capital C is showing as a pure capacitor which are connected in series. Now capital V is the RMS value of applied voltage and capital I is the RMS value of resultant current. Here VR is the voltage across the resistance and VC is voltage across the capacitor. So let's move to the next slide. So as we have already discussed in last case RL series circuit, that VR is the voltage drop across R which is in phase with the current, and it is represented by the formula VR is equals to I into R, and same with VC. VC is equals to I into XC, and it is the voltage drop across pure capacitor, and here current is leading voltage by 90 degree and XC is the capacitive reactance, which is the total opposition offered to the flow of current due to capacitance. So this is the phasor diagram of resistance where current and voltage both are in same phase, and this is the phasor diagram of capacitor where current is leading voltage by 90 degree as we can see here, or we can also draw it like this. So reference axis, in reference axis, that is x-axis, we have taken current, and VR in case of resistant it is in phase with the current, and in case of capacitor, voltage across capacitor, that is VC, is lagging behind current by 90 degree as it is very clear here. So the resultant phasor diagram of RC series circuit would be considering the current as reference axis like this, like we are having VR and I in same phase as we have seen here, and in case of capacitor, current and VC are 90 degree to each other. So what would be the resultant current here? VC and VR, that would be vector sum, addition of both of the vectors or phasors we can say would be added here, and we will be getting the resultant voltage V here. That means V is equals to VR plus VC, right? So we will be having this voltage according to the vector calculation of VC and VR, and the final angle, phase angle between the current and resultant voltage is phase angle phi, like here. So next move to the calculation part. When we apply KVL over this circuit diagram which we have discussed, so we'll be having V is equals to VR plus VC, where VR is equals to I into R and VC is equals to I into XC. So we can write V is equals to I into R plus I into XC. Now let's discuss the voltage triangle. If we take the voltage part according to the from the full phasor diagram of the circuit, we'll be having a voltage triangle here like this. IR is VR, like IXC is nothing but the VC, and the resultant voltage would be drawn like here. So this is the voltage triangle where here in x-axis we are having VR and in y-axis we are having VC, and the resultant part is voltage V, which is obtained from the vector sum of this VR and VC, and this is the phase angle between VR and V. So this is the voltage diagram, and the resultant voltage will be, the magnitude of resultant voltage will be under root of VR square plus VC square. For the further calculation, we'll be moving to the next slide. So VR can be written as I into R and VC can be written as I into XC. So by the further calculation, we will be having I square R square plus I square XC square. I square will be taken common and will be taken out of this under root bracket. So this I would be here, and remaining the in under root bracket there will be R square plus XC square. This under root of R square plus XC square can be denoted as Z, which is the impedance. And what is impedance? Impedance in this case is the total opposition offered to the flow of current due to resistance and capacitance both. The combined opposition offered to the flow of RC series circuit is nothing but the impedance Z, and Z is equals to nothing but the R under root of R square plus XC square. And we can write it like this: V is equals to I into Z, and according to the this voltage triangle, tan theta is equals to VC by VR, that is perpendicular upon base. So VC by VR can be written like I into XC upon I into R. I and I will be cancelled. So we'll be having 10 phi as XC by R. And as far as the power factor, that is cos phi is concerned, cos phi is nothing but the power factor. So cos phi is equals to VR by V. That is cos phi is base upon hypotenuse. So base is I into R and hypotenuse is V. That is I into Z. VR is equals to I into R and V is equals to I into Z. I and I will be cancelled. So we will be having R by Z. If you'll observe, you'll find that in all the particular cases like RC series circuit, RL series circuit, RLC series circuit, the cos phi would be R by Z only. Okay. So this is the power factor and then phi here. So derivation for the further calculation is here. V is equals to Vm sin omega t. We already know that we have discussed that I can be V is equals to I into Z. So I can be written as V by Z. So here total impedance of the circuit is given by R minus JXC, right? Because we know that impedance part, when we take the capacitor effect, it would be in complex part, it would form the negative sign, right? So Z is equals to R minus JXC, and XC is nothing but 1 upon omega C. So we can write it like this. So in polar form, Z is equals to, Z can be represented as under root of R square plus XC square angle minus phi, where phi is tan inverse XC by R. So the current, resultant current is equals to V by Z. So from from this formula, we will put this equation in this particular equation, right? The value of Z would be taken from here and put it in this equation, and final current expression would be I is equals to Vm sin omega t upon under root of R square plus XC square angle minus tan inverse XC by C. So let's discuss the power now. The resultant current has been given like this. So we can write it like this only. If this angle tan inverse XC by R would be shifted up to the numerator side, we will be having sine of omega t plus tan inverse XC by R. So this tan inverse XC by R can be better written as phi. So this would turn out to be I is equals to Vm by under root of XC R square plus XC square and sine omega t plus phi, where Im is equals to maximum value of the current and it is represented by Vm upon under root of Rc square plus Xc square. So the formula would be I is equals to Im sin omega t plus phi. Listen to it very carefully. The final current output would be, formula for the current would be I is equals to Im sin omega t plus phi. Plus phi, that means this angle plus phi is denoting that the current is leading voltage, right? Because in voltage we are having V is equals to Vm sin omega t, and in current we are having I is equals to Im sin omega t plus phi. So this plus phi is indicating that current is leading voltage by the angle phi. So power calculation as far as is concerned, so power resultant output power would be PR plus PC, that means power across resistance plus power across capacitor, and as we have discussed in earlier classes that power across capacitor is equals to 0. So what we left with it is only power across resistance, that is I square R. So here is the formula, we can write it like V by Z I into R, or R by Z. We know that R by S is better known as cos phi. So the final formula for the power across RC series circuit is P is equals to VI cos phi, and that is active power. So its unit is watt. So this is the phasor diagram and this is the waveform diagram. Mind it, this is the waveform diagram. Now the from origin voltage waveform is being drawn here. So this is voltage waveform and this is current waveform. And as I have already told you that current is leading voltage by an angle phi. So the phi angle is mentioned here, and the phase difference current is ahead of the voltage by angle phi. So current is leading here voltage by an angle phi. So this is all about our RC series circuit diagram, and we can discuss the numericals over the RC series circuit in next class, and we'll discuss RLC series circuit too, right? So I hope you understand this, and we'll see you in the further part in next class. Thank you so much.